freedom for all.
Radio for all.
You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah.
Yep, and we're back live with the Humble Prince, Sahara FM Radio. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, I'd like to say that tonight's show is brought to you by the law offices of Mayowa Bolanle. Please go to their website, www.mayowalaw.com, and also by buildbrandyou.com. Please go to their website, www.buildbrandyou.com. And right now, it's the callback segment where we would like to hear from you, the listeners. Again, the number to call is 646-559, extension 3. And I'm joined by the one and only Adeola Fayehun, but keeping it real with Adeola. Studio audience, please. We're going to work tonight. Yeah, Adeola, thank you so much. So, of course, there are a lot of things going on in Nigeria, we know, but I think the most pressing news was the one that broke today was that former head of state, should we say dictator of Nigeria, is just announced his bid for the Nigerian presidency. Huge. What do you think about that real quick? Let's think.
First of all, just keep this in mind that I'm not for any of these candidates, but
Really?
I'm wondering why you said dictator.
Didn't he overthrow Shagari to become the president, right? In 1985, was it?
I was way too young when
I remember.
when he became president, but
yeah, it was a coup.
It's not really about like how he became president, but
Right.
I'm wondering what he did then that made you say that he was a dictator. Like, did he actually do well or not?
Did he
Were
do
you
well?
in Nigeria when?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
I was
so
actually-
do you remember his time? What was it like?
Well, I
I'm
remember.
putting you on the hot seat.
Oh, yo, that's
right?
good. I remember he and Tunde Idiagbon, right?
Idiagbon,
Right,
mhm.
that was his the number 2 man, right? And they came up with a war against indiscipline.
Yes.
That's when they had that sanitation thing every day.
Yeah, they started the environmental
environmental
sanitation.
sanitation. Yes, I remember that. I also remember that. Like I said, he overthrew Shagari, right? I think he did. I
Okay.
got to go back, but well, I didn't know you were gonna ask me on discussions, but I'm good.
Really.
But,
I think we need to talk about this because,
Right.
like, personally, I.
But you
feel
know
like,
one thing I want to say though, I think he really, there wasn't that much corruption during his time.
Okay.
Believe I was reading somewhere, they said during when he was head of state, corruption was at a very low point in
I see.
time. So one of the things he says that coming back is that he's going to fight corruption and try to do away with it and everything. So let's see how he does.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm sorry to put you in the hot
Oh,
seat.
no,
but,
no.
like,
That's fine.
Since these are the people that are emerging now as the candidates, this
Right.
would force you to actually take a look at, okay, what's this people's record, And I've been talking with people. I was just speaking with Shower, and I was asking, what was it like when Buhari was president? Because, as much as I would like to see young blood, and, these are the people that are emerging, so we need to work with...
Did you say you like to see young blood?
Yeah, like as much as I would like to see young people,
Oh,
because
run,
I feel
'cause I was
like
gonna say
we
he's
keep
not young.
recycling.
Right.
We keep recycling the same
Exactly.
people that have been in power. I mean, I was really, really young when he was president, and now I'm in my never mind.
Yeah.
He wants to run again, which is like
Right.
what? Anyway, so but talking with people.
Yeah, but one thing I want to say though, this is not the first time he's run though. I think he ran in I know he ran in 2007,
Yeah.
2003.
2011.
Right.
Really, he's not giving up. So,
Right.
but from talking with people, I learned that when he was president, before he became president, there was a lot of corruption issues in
Right.
Nigeria. And then when he became president, he actually introduced war against
Indiscipline.
indiscipline.
I remember that.
And he was only president for like 2 years.
20 months about, not even
Yeah,
2
from
years.
what I
And he
heard.
was overthrown
And
by
that-
Babangida, right?
In that short period that he completely he put a lot of people in jail that were corrupt.
Right.
That he did really well. I
Yeah.
also learned that he was one that introduced the environmental sanitation.
Yes.
He was overthrown by Babangida, and when Babangida came, he kind of he
Right.
undid everything that he did. And also, there has been a lot of speculations, people saying that APC is trying to Islamize Nigeria. I don't know
Right.
if you've heard about that.
APC, right.
But I asked people, I was like, what was it like when Buhari was president? Did he try to Islamize Nigeria? And I heard that he actually did not, but it was Babangida that actually tried to Islamize Nigeria. So from
Okay.
the past record, what I got about Buhari, once again, I'm not for Buhari, I'm not campaigning for anybody. But from what which is probably why you shouldn't be surprised with the poll that Sahara put up today
That
about
poll was unbelievable.
if there were to be in Nigeria, if we were to be presidential election today in Nigeria, who do you think would win between Buhari and Goodluck Jonathan? And so far, about 80% of the people are saying that Buhari is who they would
about
vote
80%
for,
will win.
which is like what? So that forced me to take a step back and I was like, okay, what did Buhari do when he was president that these people still love him? So I learned that he really fought against corruption when he was, and then when you take a look at the other candidates that APC is producing, Atiku, he actually has a long record of corruption cases. I actually printed some because I was just reading it. I was like, oh my God. I mean, I know when he was vice president, and it's like he didn't really do much when he was vice president, which could have been your time to prove to people that and it was actually accused of several corruption cases, money laundering, bribery, which is one of the reasons why he cannot come to the US today, because he's wanted in the US. I'm sure you know that.
Yes, definitely.
And he has an American university and he cannot even step on the American soil. And also, sorry, the turnout today at the rally at where Buhari declared, it looks like a lot of the APC members are in support of Buhari, compared to Atiku.
I heard Tinubu actually has his
what's his name? That River State governor, Amechi.
Amechi, yes.
Fashola.
Yeah, we're talking about APC powers,
and not just people from the north.
Right. So but I wanted to say that if people love him so much, why didn't he win in previous years when he ran? Because he's ran, so I don't know. So I
mean, this doesn't mean that he would win or that he would not win. We're just taking a look at, the candidates.
Just a forecast, but you know what? I think it definitely puts good luck on his toes, honestly.
I think so, judging by what happened today.
Exactly, right. So definitely puts him on his toes, and this is a good thing, because one thing every candidate wants is confidence, and this is definitely a confidence booster. I mean, he's 71. He's not a young guy anymore.
I was about to say that. Like, when would we have like a 40-something-year-old president?
I know, and when he was president, which was about I'll say almost 20, 30 years ago.
83 to 85.
Yeah, he was, And you know one thing I read.
That's like 30.
Yeah, so he was in his 40s at the time. So one thing I read too was that the reason Babangida overthrew him was because, like I said, he ran a really strict cabinet, and that he was actually going to start calling people out and start throwing more people in jail. And you know what they would say, this guy has to go. So it was a coup
what
d'etat.
I heard was that Babangida and his wife were involved in drugs. Yeah. And his wife was caught, and she was about to throw him in jail, and that was why Babangida overthrew him.
Right, and that's the rumors. Let's take this call real quick. We talk about Dilly Giwatu. You're live with the Humble Prince. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Tosin from Minnesota.
Hey, Tosin, thank you for calling. What do you have to say?
Well, I guess you guys are talking about Buhari's declaration for president.
Correct. What do you think about it? Do you think he has a chance? What do you think?
Well, the truth is, I think he's a better man for the job. I wouldn't say
really?
The best man.
Okay.
I think he's a better man for the job. I mean, anybody but Jonathan right now.
Wow.
Anybody, they see the duck run for president, I'll vote.
Kai. Tosin Kaya, wicked.
Yeah, it is that incompetent. But the thing is, Nigerians being who they are, it's a lot of factors. It's not, I saw the poll you guys put out today. Yeah. And you can see that's a true reflection of what the people want. But you all know that it's different in politics. Nigerians, the real, on ground is different. All it takes is a little rice here, a little gari there, kerosene there, and pastors preaching and all that, and that's it. And people go to the polls and vote. I once heard a person say that, if Buhari becomes president, all he's going to do is fight corruption. I'm like, hey, is that a bad thing? So the people, the psychology of the Nigerian voters is different, and that is what might work against a man like Buhari. Nigerians don't like straightforward people. They like men like Jonathan. People who and Jonathan knows how to play that game. He knows how to appeal to that side of Nigerians, appeal to their vanity more or less. Right. So I think Buhari would have been fantastic 4 years ago. That's what I think. I think that if I voted Buhari in 2011, Nigeria would have been a lot more peaceful than it is today. But right now, realistically speaking, it's different. It's going to be very different. It's going to be harder for him because it's going to be hard to clear the minds of Nigerians. But then, Nigerians are very gullible. You say a man is going to Islamize the country. I mean, that's one of the things they say. You know, but I'm like, Boko Haram for the last 4 years with their guns and their bombs have not been able to Islamize Borno State. So how then would a democratically elected president Islamize a nation? It's not possible. But Nigerians don't want to think beyond that. You know, it's all about, you know, so the propaganda against him is heavy. It's heavy already, and that's what is going to work against him. He can score the votes. You know. I mean, he had 12 million votes in the last election. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I really do wish him well. Anybody but Jonathan. That's just the thing.
But not a duck. But not a duck, Tosi.
Humble Prince, please. You can run for president. I'll vote for you.
Holla at your boy. That's what I'm talking about. Tosi, thank you so much, man. Yeah, and thanks for listening, man. We appreciate it, man. Wow. I think that's one of the things that's going to work in Buhari's favor. Like, people are just, I mean, we've had about how many years of PDP anyway? We've had a lot of years of PDP. So I think it's just time for a change.
And a lot of corruption cases have been swept under the carpet during Jonathan's administration.
Right.
I mean, not everything was rosy during Buhari from what I heard as well, even though he really fought against corruption and he did well, according to many people.
Right.
I heard that some people that were involved in drugs, he actually killed them. And
I think at that time, if you got caught with something, they firing squad straight. They shot your ass up, straight up. Yeah. But I wanted to say this, though, just talking to some of my uncles and everything, they said, again, I was young. How old was I in 85, man? Let me not give away my age. 85. I was about 11. Yeah, that was the year I went into the blue actually. But
no, you didn't just give away your age.
I know, right? But I wanted to say that they were telling me that at his time, and the Ijab boom was no joke either. Yeah. Corruption was really at a low point. But I just wanted to read some of his highlights. He ruled Nigeria for about 20 months. Again, like we said, before he was overthrown, he introduced war against the discipline. Yeah. Nigerians have been saying it's time for a change because PDP has ruled for the last 15 years. Yeah. And, the country hasn't really improved. But here are some of the issues I think he's facing, right? Like right now, Nigeria, we're under control. I mean, Boko Haram is really oppressing us, man. Let's face it. And the government has failed us, not just with Bring Back Our Girls, but on all facets. I mean, Boko Haram has killed about how many people to date now?
More than 13,000.
13,000 people, man. That's terrible. Of course.
Yesterday was 6 months since the girls were kidnapped.
Exactly. Poverty is still a big issue. We lack infrastructure in Nigeria. So he's facing a huge a tall order. And one thing that people are saying, he was saying that he's just going to wipe out corruption because Nigeria is seen as one of the most corrupt countries in the world. But fight corruption, that's good. But you know what? We need electricity. We need good roads. We need education. We need health.
Well, you can't really do that without fighting corruption, though.
True. Right. So I guess that's
I don't know if you can do anything else structure-wise if you don't if you don't get rid of corruption. I think corruption is the main thing that is stopping everything else.
Right. Well, I don't think you're going to get rid of corruption completely, but at least curb it.
Yeah, and honestly, I think we need that right now because we've gotten to the point where people don't take us seriously anymore. It's like we've institutionalized corruption. Yeah. Anyway, I was also gonna say that. So at that time, they said that he killed some people. Some people find that really extreme.
He had to send a message somehow. Don't don't do the crime. You won't do the time. Live with the Humble Prince. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Humble Prince?
Excuse me?
How you doing? Is it Humble Prince?
Yeah, this is he. Thank you for calling, man. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from NJ.
From New Jersey. Thank you. Right. What do you have to say?
I missed the topic. That was what I wanted to ask. What was the topic?
Oh, the topic we were talking about Buhari announcing for his presidency, and do you think he'll be a better president than Goodluck Jonathan? And do you even think he can win? What's your topic on that?
First and foremost, I must be very honest with you because that's why I came to America like 4 years ago.
Yes.
To judge by situation of things, Buhari have upper hand to win.
Wow.
And I think one thing, I've lived in the north, I've lived in northern Nigeria, I've lived in the west.
Okay.
The only place I've never really opportunity to live in is the east. Okay. And I hope to do that before, time calls short on me. But what I was expecting Nigerians to be looking at is during Obasanjo labeled Buhari a bad person, an extremist, religion, or jihadist, or stuff like that. What I'm expecting if Obasanjo really want to like he's saying that he's not a father to Nigeria, he's trying to like retrace his step.
Right.
I think Obasanjo should come forward and tell Nigeria, hey, it was because of politics I said this guy was a bad man.
Right, because they were buddies at one point. Because wasn't Buhari actually the Minister of Patrol under Obasanjo or something? I'm not getting I have to look into this, but right. It was because of they were just right.
Yeah, you should come out and say, okay, you know what, I made a mistake in the past by painting Buhari a bad person.
Right.
Among the presidential candidates we have right now,
Atiku, Buhari, and right.
Atiku and Buhari, I will personally will not advise anybody to vote for Atiku.
Okay. Why do you say that? Please make it quick because we have to round up.
Okay. Atiku is somebody that was there before as a vice president.
Right.
We see how he fought Obasanjo. Or at the end of the day, they were fighting for personal interest. You understand? Buhari is only that person that when you actually look at him, it has clean record.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Untouched record. You understand? That along Nigeria, you should like give Buhari a chance. Give Buhari a chance. You understand? This guy can fix Nigeria because we need a stubborn person who can look into those
and
big
he is stubborn.
criminals.
He is stubborn. It's unfortunate that his number two man.
Year after year.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling, man. We really, really appreciate it. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, yeah. So we have to round up, but I know, like I said, his number two guy. At that time, Diabontu was a very stubborn man. That guy was no joker. Sorry, Adeola, do you just want to read? I know we put this on Facebook earlier. Do you want to just read some things real quick?
Yeah, I'm just gonna read a couple.
Right.
We asked people about Buhari's announcement today, and Rahim Lexi says that Buhari's decision is right, but the demonic cabal sucking and mismanaging our Commonwealth will not allow him.
Wow.
Also, Victor Namdi Ekwebilem says, please talk about the serial failures in the person of Buhari and Atiku. Well, I think we did that already.
We did, yeah.
Bright Nuno says the acquittal of fraudster Ajudua by incompetent and corrupt court and failure of the so-called EFCC, I'm guessing during the time of Atiku. I mean, they took him to court and all that. He never showed up in court. He was represented by his lawyers and all that. Wow. So those are the ones that I have here that really made sense.
Yeah, Adeola, thank you so much for that. You all right? Okay. Thank you so much for that callback segment. I just want to say, please go to the Sahara Reporters Facebook page or go to our website. There's a poll right there right now, and it says, please would like to hear from you. If the 2015 Nigerian presidential election were held today with President Jonathan as the PDP candidate and Muhammadu Buhari as the APC candidate, who do you think will win and why? And everybody unequivocally is saying that Muhammad Buhari.
Most people.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people. We're looking at 77% to 23%. That's a lot. That's a landslide. So again, I think just.
Sorry.
So
before
go ahead,
we go,
real quick. Yeah.
I just remembered that people have been saying that they are censoring Buhari's
commercials on AIT and NTA. Right.
Whenever he says something against PDP, like it would go silent.
It was just going out.
Like
right.
It's not fair. I mean. Let's hear him.
So real quick, I know we can look forward to that on Keeping It Real with Adeola this week. You're probably going to talk about it. Thank you. Guys, we're going to take a break real quick. I know we're going a little overtime. When we come back, I'm going to be joined by Dolakwa Didakron. We have some relationship questions for you guys. Real quick. We wanted, we're going to talk about the Nigerian culture in relationships and marriages. Mostly the Yoruba culture, I would say, I think is a little extreme. And we want to know if you know something about your friend's spouse, will you tell your friend? So, Adeola, if you find out what like one of your homegirls or her man has a girlfriend, will you tell your friend?
I don't meddle in other people's
Thank you.
business.
The answer is no. This is going to be a short segment.
But wait, did you say my friend? Excuse me? Ain't nobody messing with my friend.
Oh,
all right.
Live with the Humble Prince. We'll be right back.